So, hello everyone, my dear students. This is the first class I'm taking in this way. You must give me feedback how you are finding this kind of classes. I have chosen to uh, teach you in this manner so that everybody can see the video anytime and you can ask me in my group, okay, via voice or via sending some messages anyway. Okay, so in your class 4 already you have learned many things. You know that in class 4 and class 5 most of the things are same. Okay, there are very few things which are like new. You have some new things called like profit loss percentage, average, unitary methods. Okay, but before going into those things I want to teach them all together. This time I thought let us start with geometry and let us finish this thing, because most of the things in basics of geometry in class 4 you have done. Only the part volume is new here, and we will do many word problems and we will try to solve many word problems, and we will see also how to solve word problems. So we are starting with our chapter, that is basics of geometry. It's a revision class. So in a geometry, what is the first thing we have to learn? The first thing we have to learn is a point. So what is a point? So we know that a point is something which doesn't have height, which doesn't have breadth, which doesn't have length. So a point is something which doesn't have dimensions. Dimensions means length or breadth or height. Okay, so a point is a dimensionless quantity. Now coming to the next thing, if I have more than one point, like a lots of point, one point, another point, another point, another point, another point, another point, like this way I have a lots of point. So when there will be a lots of point all together, okay, side by side, they will form a structure which will look like this. So this is called a curve. So this thing is called a curve. So what is a curve? Curve is a combination of many points all together. So we have learned about a point and a curve. So what is a curve? There, when so many points are adjacent, like one and another point is together, so they form something which looks like this. This is called a curve. Okay, now when a curve is like this, we call it a straight line. So what is a straight line? Straight line is a curve that looks like straight, in a simple word. So a straight line is this thing, and it looks like straight. but it is a curve. So straight line is also a curve, but we don't call it curve. Okay, we don't call it curve, we call it a straight line. Okay, so we don't call it curve, we call it straight line, but it is a curve. Now there are three kinds of straight lines. Like one is looking like this. Okay, and when it has two ends, like say it has here, one end is there, here another end is here. So when it has two ends, it is called a line segment. What it is called? A line segment. When it doesn't have any end, so when it doesn't have any end and it's look like this, this is also going in this way and it is also going in that way. So when it is looking like this, it is called a line, simple line. This is line segment, this one, and this one is called a line. If a line is looking like this and then it has an arrow like this, but in one side it is fixed, so it has one end, then it is called a ray. Right? So we have three things. One is called line segment, one is called line, one is called ray. Right? So what is ray? Ray has one end. Line segment has two ends. Line has no end. Okay, so I'm just writing it here. So it has two ends, it has one end, and it has no end. Okay, so this is my line. Now when two lines is such that they crosses each other, that means they meet in one point. So when they meet in one point, see here they are meeting. So when two line segment or two lines meet each other, let's say two lines, so lines we have no ends. So if two lines meet with each other, they are called intersecting line. Intersecting lines. So what are intersecting line? Intersecting means when they meet each other. So they meet each other. Okay. But if two lines are such that they never meet with each other, so see, these are two lines which will never meet in each other. So I know for lines I have to make the arrow, because lines don't have any kind of ends. So see, when the two lines never meet with each other, they are called parallel lines. Okay, so two things we have here. One is called intersecting lines, those who meet with each other. One is called parallel lines, those who don't meet with each other. Okay, now next thing, we have two more shapes. One is called our closed shape. That means when there is no ends, like it's a closed shape, so it's closed shape. But when something is like C, or something is like this, which has two ends, then it is called a open shape or open loop. So So it can be called as open shape or it can be called as open loop. So these two things are there also. So this is our closed shape when there is no end. When there are ends, then it's open shape or open loop. Now the next thing, we know that if we have lines more than one, then we can make some kind of shapes, right? So with two lines I cannot make that many of shapes. I can make like this, but with three lines I can make something like this, which is called a triangle. Why triangle? Because three sides are there. So triangles are having three sides, right? If I can draw like this, then it is called a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. So what is quadrilateral? Quadrilaterals are the shapes those are having four sides. Okay. So there are some classifications of triangles and quadrilateral, and I am going to tell you that. Okay. So three kind of triangles are there. So triangles. So the first triangle is that those are having all sides same, like this. These kind of triangles are there and they are called equilateral. Equilateral triangles. Okay. Some triangles are there, those who are having only two sides same, like this. These are called isosceles triangle. Okay. Some triangles are there, those who are having no sides same, like all the sides are of different length. They are called scalene. So there are three kinds of triangles, basically depending on their sides. Okay. With angle also we can make some classification, but we are studying here only for sides. So there are three sides, there are three kinds of triangles based on their sides. So equilateral, those who are having three sides same. Isoscale, those who are having two sides same. And scalene, those who are having no sides same. Okay. Now moving to the quadrilaterals. So there are many quadrilaterals. Okay. Like the first one is oh, I can draw here. No, right. Okay, so I'll draw from here. So the first one is a square. Square means all sides are same, so these are squares. Okay, so squares, in squares all sides are same. Okay, you can see the spelling if my handwriting is not clear, because I'm writing with very low quality stylus, so you can have problem. Okay, the next one is rectangle, where two sides are same, but like opposite two sides are same, but not all sides are same. So this is rectangle. rectangle. Then we have something that I cannot draw with this, that looks like this. When all sides are same, like it's a square but it's tilted square, then it is called a rhombus. Then we have something rectangle but tilted rectangle, so it will be looking like this. It is called parallelogram. And ultimately we have something which you have not studied in class 4, that is that can be look like this, where two opposite sides are having parallel, like they are parallel lines. Okay, like I'm just showing you these lines, this one and this one parallel, but it is not necessary that the sides has to be same. Okay, this is called a trapezium. So I can trapezium, sorry I cannot write it correctly here, you cannot understand also, so please see the spelling. Okay, now talking about, so ultimately what we are having, we are having triangles and quadrilaterals, but more things are there. The shapes, those we can make with more number of lines, like 3 number of lines if we use, we can get a triangle, right? So we can get a triangle if we use 3 number of sides. If we have 4 number of sides, we can get quadrilaterals. But if we have more number of sides, then whatever we create, we can say them as polygon. So these are called polygon. Polygon means those who are making those who are made with more number of sides. Okay, more than 4 numbers. So if something is there which is more than 4 number of sides, they are called polygon. Now depending on the what you say number of side, there are many kind of polygons, like I'm just telling you. Let's say if you have 5 number of sides like this, then it is called a pentagon. If you have 6 number of sides like a honeycomb, then it is called a hexagon. If you have 7 number of sides, I'm not drawing it, but you can draw it, try 7 number of sides, then it is called a heptagon. If you have 8 number of sides, it is called a octagon. If you have 9 number of sides, it is called a nonagon. Okay, if you have 10 number of sides, it is called a decagon. But these two things are not required. so this 9 number of side and 10 is not required right now. Till 8 it is important. Okay. Now moving to the next one. You know about perimeter, right? So these are the shapes gone. Now coming to the perimeter, we know that if we have a field or a box like this, and we know that this is called length, right, the longer one, and this is called breadth. So perimeter means total boundary. So total boundary. So perimeter will be your length plus your breadth. You have to add everything. I'm telling you how. Plus again your length plus again your breadth. Now why? See, I'm just telling you how. Let's say you are standing here. And the field length is 50 meter. Whereas the breadth is 30 meter. So you are running from this side. So you have to come from here to here, then here to here, then here to here, and finally you are coming back to here. So how much you are covering total? That is your perimeter. So perimeter is your 50, then again 30, then again this is also 50 because opposite sides are same for rectangle. So again 50 you are going, and then again 30 you are going, because this and this both are same. So now total 160 meter will be your perimeter. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is nothing but your boundary. Coming back to area. So perimeter, oh, one more thing is there. So perimeter for one triangle also you can find out, right? So if you have a triangle like this, and you know this is 3, this is 2, this is 5. So my perimeter will be how much? 3 plus 2 plus 5, that is 10. It's that easy. Okay, so boundary. Only you have to add the boundaries. And the total will be your perimeter. Now say if, what is area? Okay, so we are now discussing about area. So if you have a rectangle like this, so in that rectangle, let's say this is my 15 meter and this is my 10 meter. So area, the formula for area is length, one length, okay, that means one side length into breadth. So one side breadth. So ultimately this will become 15 into 10, 150. What is area and 150? The unit will be, because 2 meter are there, so unit will be meter square. Okay, sorry, I'm writing the answer here. So it will be 150 meter square. So see, what is area actually? Area means the space inside. So area represent how much space is there inside. Okay, so more will be the area, that means more is the space, right? Okay, now what will be the area for a square? We know that in square all sides are same. So if just a minute. So we know that all sides are same. So if one side is say 5 meter, so these all sides will be 5 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter. So here the perimeter is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 20 meter. But the area will be one length, that is this one, into one breadth, that is this one. So 5 into 5, that is 25 meter square. Now area for this square I can easily find out like this, and perimeter also I can find out like this. What if I tell you ki if I divide, we know that one more thing is there. We know that area means the inside space, right? But what if I tell you ki I want to split this whole square into two parts? One part is my this one, and another part is my that one. Okay, so now what will be the area of one part only? See, I'm just rubbing you the first part. Okay, so this part I am rubbing. We know the total area was 25, right? But now I have divided the thing into two parts. So what will be the area of this half portion? So the area of this half portion will be half of 25. That means if you have 10 candies and you divide the candies into two parts, so one will be 5 candies, another will be 5 candies. That means half of 10 candies, that means 5 candies, right? So same way, so actually what will be the formula for this case? See, this is, what is this? This is one triangle, so this is one triangle. So let us create some pages and then move. So see, so whenever we have triangle like this, okay, so whenever we have triangle like this and two sides are given, okay, so the area, the formula for area will be half into its one side. You can take this side, you can tell this side as height, and you can tell this side, you can call this side as base because it is down, height that it is high. So half into height into base. Okay, so the area of this is not on any right angle triangle, right angled triangle. Now one new word we are getting here, right? The new word is right angled. So what is angle and what is right about it, we have to learn in our next topic. So the first topic we have come till this much, area, right? In the next topic we will be talking about volume. So what will be the topic for our next class? That is volume. So in this topic, what will be your exercise? So you will be given with this kind of shapes, where I will be telling you that this is say 3, this is say 4, this is say 5, this is say again 4. What is the perimeter? So see, in this case I'm just showing you one example how to do these things. I have to find out perimeter or area, whatever. So you can say that if I create a line, imaginary line here in my mind, this small one will be one square, right? This small box will be one square. Now or one kind of rectangle. Now I know that in rectangle opposite sides are same, so this is also 4, this is also 3, right? Achha. Now again this side will be same as this side, so this will be also 4. This is 4, so this side and this much, like if you draw another line here, so this is also 4 and this side has to be same with this side, so this is also 4, and again this side has to be same with this side because they are rectangles, so this is 5. Now what is perimeter? Perimeter means only the boundary. So what I will tell, I will take only the boundary. So 4 is a boundary, 3 is in the boundary, 5 is in the boundary, this 4, this 5, this 4, this 4, this 3. So what will be my answer? 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. So what will be the result? That will be your perimeter, right? You can do the same thing to find area also. How to find the area? In that case, area finding is easier. So I'm again giving one shape like same, okay, and then we will stop our class. So let's say this is the shape. I'm not drawing it in perfectly manner, so it may not be accurate. Okay, so say this is it. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2. Okay, so now you have to find the area of the whole thing. You know that area means the inside space. So in this case you can directly give this kind of line. You know that this line will be same as this one, so this is your also 3 and this is 3, so this is also same, so this will be 3. So the total this side is now 6, 3 plus 3, so this total length from this point to this point is 6 now. So in the same manner this side too will be same with this side, because this whole thing, okay, this whole thing is nothing but a rectangle, right? Sorry, we are talking about area. So to the down part, this rectangle, okay, we can say that the area will be one side, that is your 2 into another side, that is your length, that is 6, 3 plus 3, so 12 for the lower rectangle. Now for the upper rectangle, means this one, so for this rectangle we can see that one side is 3, another side is 4, so the area for this one will be 3 into 4, that is 12. So see, in both cases we got 12, so the total area will be, 12 plus 12, that is 24 whatever will be unit, that square. So if everything is in meter, then it will be meter square, it will be meter square, it will be meter square. So this is how you have to find out the area for this kind of shapes. Okay, so in next so whatever we have learned how to find perimeter and area. So the next class will be on volume. Okay, so in next class we will be talking about volume, how to find that, and with volume and with all the geometry, finally we are going to do very interesting mathematics. Okay, like real life problems. Fine. Okay, bye bye.